Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning, good evening, and good afternoon to everyone around the world. Welcome back to another One Piece video featuring Belo Betty. Get ready for this one. It's going to be a very, very spicy list, let alone this leader is so much fun to play. And I'm finding myself very hard to put her down at the end of the day. But she is not a tier 1 leader, unfortunately, in the eyes of the community right now inside of One Piece and tournament play. But she is very, very strong. This is not Sakazuki, but mind you, she can also beat that deck no problem as long as she sees all of her pieces and as quickly as turn 4 and turn 5. But either way, let's dive into this list and see what we got working on here. For those of you that don't know what this leader does, you discard one Revolutionary Army card from your hand. You can power up any Revolutionary Army card on your field by 3k power, let alone any card that has a trigger effect, be it your Cracker, your Sanji, your Satori. All these cards can also be boosted by Betty, which is very, very good. In any case, we'll start off with your searcher, Belo Betty. She's our 1-drop here in which that we're able to search for any Revolutionary Army card in our top 5, which is pretty good, right? It's just like a Nami at the end of the day. Be it that you want to see this in your opening hand, otherwise it's a little bit difficult to win the game most of the time, depending on the list that you actually are playing against. Now, be it, you can still win the game. It's a little bit up the hill. You know what I mean? And then we'll be diving into our 3 drops here, being the only one in the deck other than your events. Now, Inazuma is a very strong card in his own right, except for he's one of the very few cards in the list that you are running that has less than 5,000 power, but his effect makes up for it. If any card on your field has 7,000 or more, this card automatically gains Rush. And that's very easy to achieve with Belo Betty. But at the end of the day, you can also achieve it by just attaching 2 Dawn to Ivan or to Mori or to Lindbergh. What that allows you to do, for instance, if you attach 2 Dawn to Ivan, Ivan becomes 7k, your boy Inazuma gains Rush, and then Ivan also has an ability that he can play off of that, which allows you to play any Revolutionary Army from your hands with 5,000 power or less for free. So you can drop down Karasu if you want to. And mind you, this is one of the best cards printed right now in the game, in my opinion. It does so many things that no other card in the deck or no other card in the game can do. This minuses a leader and or character on your opponent's side of the field by 1,000 power for the remainder of the turn. So for example, let's say you hard cast one of these on the field, right? That's 1,000 power minus the Whitebeard, right? And then you activate Leap this effect from Ivan. You play down another one. You minus 1,000 power to Whitebeard. Whitebeard is now from a 6k to a 4k leader. That's pretty insane. Mind you, it also minuses another 1,000 power when he attacks. That's really good. It's pretty cracked. So think of it like this. If this is Kuzan, you see it, you remove it. If not, good luck. On top of that, we are running with 3 unblockable Luffys in a sense where this is Morley. If he has 7,000 power or more, this card cannot be blocked during battle. Yeah, that's pretty good. You got yourself your Lindbergh, who will remove searchers on your opponent's side of the field or anything with 3,000 power or less. So be it like your Bonnies, your Momos, your Baby Fives, this card will remove them entirely for free when he attacks if you have 7k or more, which is very easy to do, again, with Belo Betty's effect. And now we'll dive into your 2Ks. Revolutionary Army does not have a lot of 2Ks right now. We don't have a lot of cards in general. So we only have access to Koala here. And we have to dip into yellow to gain more access to other 2Ks. So in this deck list, we run 8, 12 2Ks. Most lists run 8, be it Koalas and Satori. You want to run cards that have trigger. That way when you get attacked, you can play this off a trigger. And this card will become an 8k when you discard a card from your hand that's revolutionary to boost it, which is pretty good. Now in this situation, I'm running Beji, which I think this card is slept on in this leader. Let alone he does so much work. It's like having a Red Hawk on a trigger stack all the time when you take damage, because you are going to want to take damage to get triggers to make sure your board is always full. He does his job quite well, I'll be honest. And then to fill up the last slot, we take Cracker. You can sub this out if you choose to, for Smoothie, if you want. I've tried Smoothie and I've played with Moscato. I think Moscato is also really, really good, considering this card goes up to a 7k with your Belo Betty effect, and when you attach one Don, he's an 8k with Banish, which is pretty good. And at the end of the day, Cracker becomes a 9k if you have less life than your opponent, with your Belo Betty leader effect as well. English is hard, sorry. But yeah, so far this list is doing really, really well for me, and you may have noticed we're at 48 out of 51. I have to talk about the spice here in a second. Now, we run 2 hormones. I feel this card is it's hit or miss, and it's also very telegraph. As soon as you get 3 Dawn, your opponent knows what you're doing. This is why we only run 2. I'm debating on dropping this entirely. I just haven't decided what I want to change out for it. But other than that, we're running with your stage card, Revolutionary Army. This card allows you to make sure you always have that Revolutionary Army card in your hand to discard for your effect. Because you'll get to those points in a match where, man, I only have a yellow card to throw away. I only have, like a Satori to throw away. It doesn't work like that. It has to be Revolutionary Army. So you can pitch this card in hopes that you can search for a Revolutionary Army card to play off that effect with your leader. Now for the last card in this list, which I think is pretty slept on, but it's also very, very solid. Some of you might know about it, some of you might not. It's Vivi. Vivi gives every card in this deck rush. And most people won't be ready for this. But either way, let's dive into some games. See. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Diving into game number 1. Coming at you with a very, very spicy deck list. Hopefully you guys are going to enjoy this one. I'm having a lot of fun with Belo Betty. Definitely a very, very fun aggro list. Tier 2 at best. Unfortunately, it's not as consistent as some of the other tier 1 decks out there, but she is definitely very, very strong, and she can still beat a lot of decks in the format. But either way, let's see what we got here. And I'm starting to think I liked our first hand better than this one, but we do get a lot of counter power here, so this is not too bad. And we're playing against a very, very slow deck, comparatively speaking. But we'll see how it goes. I think I kind of want to be as aggressive as I possibly can here and get this man to start just pitching cards out of his hand. Because I do know that Crocodile, of course, runs a lot of counters, a lot of events, and all that sort of thing. The board presence, I'm not really necessarily all too worried about because I can combat that. You know what I mean? There goes a 9k already out the gate. We'll take it. It's quite a bit of cards already, wasn't it? That's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Yeah, 4 cards in the drop already. I guess Red Rock doesn't really have a lot of value in this matchup unless he hits it off the trigger. But if he's playing super defensive, he's not going to be taking a lot of life to get value off of the Red Rock, so that's fine. We got Karasu here as well. I'll take this hit. It's a good trigger. I just can't use it right now, unfortunately. It doesn't have any bodies that are threatening on board, so there's that. I do want to play this, but I feel like it'll just get removed. So let's throw down Cracker for now, just in case. That way he can try to waste cards on Cracker, i.e. like 1,000 Worlds or any sort of removal here would be great. I think Brickfist can hit me too if I remember. I think he can. But either way, I'd rather not be a Karasu here. He's probably going to guard this too. Yep. 9k though. Maybe he doesn't have any 2k counters or 1k counters in hand. Maybe it's all events. Because 9k seems a little much versus a 6k. Like that's a little wild. But alright. Speaking of 2ks, our hand's looking pretty good. In the form of defenses. We'll take this hit as well. Nice. We can play Lindbergh out. There goes 1,000 Worlds. It's better to him, like I said, than Karasu. I think Karasu is going to make this matchup so much easier, considering the fact that we can just minus his power. Let's get a 5k in here, and then we'll go 6k with leader. Right now I'm just trying to see if he actually has any 1ks here. He did. He had 1k. He could have used that earlier, unless he just drew that on his last turn. Let's go 6. In hopes we get a damage in or another 2k. That'd be great. Opponent drops another Gamel and Desert Spada, going up to 9k again. I just don't know if that's worth it. I'm just not sure. Let's get this on board here. Now in hindsight, we could have played it first and then attacked, but we might have not gotten those cards out of him if we did that. You know what I mean? He might have just taken the damage, which is still good, but it's also given him more defensive cards. So I'm totally cool with him burning, you know, 9k versus my 6. That's totally fine with me. If Karasu lives a turn, he's in a lot of trouble. But it's probably too good to be true, and he probably has 1,000 Worlds again. So he left up 5 Dawn here. So it's a possibility for a Desert Spada, and then 1,000 Worlds again. Love Mellow as well. Dragon Twister. There goes another 1,000 Worlds, unfortunately. He gets to draw a card off his leader effect as well. Hey, another Karasu. I think we take Karasu here. It's probably a no-brainer, right? Yeah, let's do that. Because now we can play both down here. I'm not going to go all out at this moment in time. We'll probably attack with Lindbergh and my leader. That's probably about it. The following turn, we'll go for the game. It's 1 turn kill. Why not? There's 3. It's 5 to his 3. Took that as well. And now we just win. Alright, so there's a Robin and a Daz Bones, really? We're in turn 5, and these are the only 2 cards you played all game. That's crazy. Houndblaze. I think Houndblaze is kind of the wrong deck for this, right? I mean, yeah, I think so. We'll take this. Got no choice, but that's fine. So here's what we're gonna do. On this turn, ooh, we're actually gonna search for our rush unit here, with Revolutionary Army, in hopes we can actually get the rush unit. We can throw out the Beji. We'll take the stage again. We'll play it down, because we only can take Koala here in this situation. We don't really need her right now, I don't think. So we'll do the stage. Nice, let's go. We'll save that in the back pocket. Let's get rid of this. We'll buff up Lindbergh and both Karasus. Yes, I understand we can buff the Ivan to play down the Inazuma for free, but if we buff the Lindbergh, he's already over 7k, and we can actually put this Dawn on Inazuma instead. Now Lindbergh also allows me to kill the Missile Sunday here. Or actually attack him first, yeah. So now we kill that. He gets a free event. The reason why we don't attack with Karasu first is because he'll block the attack. This way he's forced to actually play cards from his hand to block this, instead of just blocking with Miss All Sunday. And he'll go from a 5 to a 3 to a 3K after both Karasu's attack here. There's with Spada, Nakaya, not bad. 4 cards left, 2 life. I don't think he has enough here. He's got to block out on 5 attacks here. I really think this card is way too good. Like, hands down, it is very, very strong. Was up to a 9K, 2 cards left in hands. Take it down to a 3. There should be a free damage here. Yep. And then now on my leader, we'll go up to a 7. I guess let's do 8. Another 8, and then we'll put the rest on Inazuma here. Cool. All right, let's see how we fare against Sakazuki here. This is a much better hand than previously. We'll go ahead and activate this and get rid of the cracker here. We'll take only thing that we can take, Lindbergh. That's not a big deal. Sure. We'll pass turn. Now, I've noticed that playing against this deck normally goes one of 2 ways. We either always hit all of our pieces, or we whiff, which is very, very rare. Now, when we do hit all of our pieces, we still have to deal with some stuff that Sakazuki can manage, you know, but at the end of the day, he has to see all of his cards, all of his removal as well, in order to beat this deck. And most of the time, I think we get there first. In most cases. Let's drop out Lindbergh to play this for free, considering he already knew that we had Lindbergh in hand. I wouldn't want to throw away something else here. Ooh, we're definitely taking that. Yep. This turn's going to be a little risky. I know this is probably going to get popped immediately, but at the end of the day, we get in 2 attacks here. And I will protect Morley if I can. So if I get one of these attacks, then we can possibly go for game next turn if he does not clear my board. This is already turn 3. Now, of course, let's be honest, he's going to clear the board, right? But he still has to attack me to win game. So if I get at least 1 more damage in on my following turn here, that's it, it's over. That was that quick. 7K, probably going into Morley. He's thinking about it. Okay, fair. All right, yeah, we'll pitch the 2K and the 1K to protect this. I assume he's either going to Greater Eruption my Karasu here. That way he can get rid of it. But he does not have enough to drop Rablucci there. There's a Greater Eruption. Ah, okay. Hound Blaze. Not bad. This we won't block. As much as I want to, it's not worth it in this scenario. He's sitting at, what, 9 cards to my 3 at this moment in time? We'll throw away this. It's not really what I was looking for. But you gotta make do. Let's go 8. And we're gonna go for leader here. I don't care too much about brand new at all. I just want to get this damage in if I'm able to. And that's going to be game. 100%. So keep in mind, look at his Dawn. He doesn't have enough Dawn to burn my board and play a Borsalino here at the exact same time. You see what I'm saying? And again, he has to attack me to win this game. So if I get any character off trigger, we win. There's a Lucci. We'll take this. That sucks. Oh, you're actually risking. Oof. Sure. I guess why not? I don't want to block this, I guess. And there we go. Love to see it. We'll throw away Satori here in hopes that we can get another Revolutionary Army card. That way we can play down Karasu and Inazuma. And then pitch whatever card we get here. Nice. It wouldn't matter if we take the Ivan or the Lindbergh here because we're throwing it away, essentially, just to get the power boost. This will make him a 4K. He can't attack, but our Inazuma can, and our Morley can. With 9 cards in hand, 1 life left, I don't think he has enough to block 3 hits here. Let's see. No. I think we need more, right? 4. No, this is 8. I think this is fine. Let's attack with leader first, though. Attach to Don. Thank you. I don't know why I didn't do that the first time. So he needs 3K here. Okay. This is probably going to be a hit. This is 9. Yeah, I didn't think so. All right, guys, here we go. We're going to dive into another one. This time around, we're playing against Katakuri. We are going to opt to go first here. Take our Lindbergh off our Searcher. Should be pretty good. Unfortunately, that was a lot of triggers there that we had to put back, but it's okay. Because now we also have another Searcher and we have Vivi already. We're looking pretty good. Going first with this hand, Vivi gets to play out on curve as well. Let's drop this down here. Well, this should be a no-brainer. Let's take Karasu. Then we'll go 7. Can I get the first hit, please? That's a good sign. There goes the pudding. I wonder if he just drew that or he got that off the trigger. Otherwise, I felt like the Sanji on turn 1 was kind of weird if he had the pudding in hand. Now we're going to take this matchup a little bit slow, but I am going to be still aggressive. Because I have to consider Thunderbolts. You know what I mean? When I'm going from my attacks here, and I don't want him to be targeting Karasu in the early game. I want to at least try to have 1 or 2 Karasus on board when we actually go for game. But obviously, playing with life versus another deck that plays with life is a little bit difficult. You know what I mean? Let's get rid of Lindbergh here. So go 5 on 4. Same thing here. And this will force his Pawseplays and or Sanji to come at my my Searchers here. Come on, buddy. You don't got it. Let me get it. There we go. 2 life left already. Karasu is so good. There was a Sanji. That's unfortunate. It might be okay though, because we are on The next turn we can actually drop Vivi here and be fine. And I think we'll pass it back at that point. Just throw a cracker here. This way it'll force him to attack into it again. Give me a trigger, buddy. What, serious? Oh, okay. You got it. You really wanted to clear those board, or my board here. That's fine. That's okay. Plays out another pudding. It's a Katakuri I have to deal with as well. So he does have his 8 drop. I just think it might be a little bit too late for him to actually come back in this game and get value with it. Sorry about that. You know, Discord always being Discord, popping up when you're recording. But it looks like he decided to block the Sanji here by playing Thor and Satori. That's fine. Still debating on this though. I think it's worth just to play the Vivi down and then take a whole bunch of damage next turn and then play off the triggers. Because we're not going to attack with Karasu here anyhow. I think if we survive this turn here, we go for game. He's got 8 life, right? Or sorry, 8 Dawn. He might not feel threatened by my Vivi, so he might not even target that with Katakuri. Because we know he drew it, right? Off the pudding. My guess is he decides to bounce my Karasu. No, he's just going for the attack. Okay. I kind of feel that might have been the wrong play. But then again, maybe he doesn't know about Vivi, you know? Oh, he wanted to play Big Mom. Okay, fair. I'll trash my life. So he's got Rush. I think I want to get Morley down here. So we'll hit the Sanji. I think this will be better just in case he gets another blocker off the trigger. I really don't want him to be able to do that here. Now remember, the reason why we didn't drop Morley on board is because I kind of wanted to save it kind of as like a surprise just in case, because we have 5 attacks here this turn. He has 2 life he's got to contend with, and he has 1 blocker on board, and he's a 2k power leader right now, which is pretty insane. There's that. No trigger. Oh, he's in so much trouble. Let's go 5-1-2. Are you gonna take it? No. I love it. Let's go. You see? Look at that. I think we played against Katakuri Big Mom way too much in the past couple sets, or in the past set, that we know just it's literally just playing against their life at the end of the day. Now he can block with Sanji though. Do keep that in mind, because Morley is not hitting 7k, so he can block with Sanji. Cool. What can you block Vivi here? You need 3k counter, bud. You got it. Let's go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Diving into another one. Coming at you guys with Belo Betty going against Red Purple Luffy, everybody's favorite leader. Although this hand that we have here is not the best. I need to see a searcher off the top here, if anything. Like, that'd be great. Like, please and thank you. Why did you do that? I am very confused. He could have literally just attached one Dawn and attacked me for 7, and he would have probably got through. In most circumstances, to be honest. Because I kind of want those triggers, you know what I mean? That seems like a waste of a 2K. And Red Purple Luffy doesn't normally run a lot of 2Ks in the list. But we'll see. We're going to take Morley here. I like to personally run with Queen and Chopper for my blockers in my Luffy deck. So I feel like Morley is going to be pretty beneficial here to have in the early game. I do want to end this game as quickly as I can. I don't even want to get past mid if possible. So probably about turn 4 or turn 5, I'm looking to end the game. Because by the time he gets up to 9 Dawn, it becomes incredibly difficult due to Whitebeard. And it's just Whitebeard on top of Whitebeard. You know, you pretty much lost at that point if you don't win before he's able to drop it. That seemed like a misplay, but we'll take it. So am I wrong? Or by turn 3, you want to have your ramp card, be it Zoro, be it Hawkins. You know what I mean? You want to make sure you have your ramp coming up for the following turn. You need that ramp. Instead, he ramps down. That seems a little insufficient to me. Of course, he gets out 2 cards. But I'm okay with that. We'll play Inazuma here instead of Karasu. That's going to be the play. I think if we play down a Karasu, it's a possibility. Some lists do run Jet Pistol. I just want to play around that if I'm able to. We can have the Karasu played off of the Hormone. You know what I mean? And just make Luffy down to a 5k and go for game. But we'll see. I'm not worried about anything he decides to play until we get to the point where he can start playing Newgate. He needs the ramp though. I feel like playing that card on anything other than Curve just feels really, really bad. And I hope he didn't have that in his hand this whole time and decided to play Law. Otherwise, I feel like that was a huge misplay. We'll take that. Actually, you know what? That's game. That Morley right there literally just won us the game here. Watch. We're going to play down Karasu with this card right here. With a Hormone. And then we go up to 8k. We drop Luffy down from 6 to 5. So now we have... what, 6 attacks coming at him in 1 turn? He's got 6 cards in hand, 3 life left. Law cannot block 2 of these attacks, be it Morley. And he goes from a 6k leader to a 5k leader. We should be pretty good. Oops. Well, that was a misplay on my part. I got a little excited. I probably should have obviously attacked with Karasu first, but it's okay. We got rid of a 2k. It's fine. We'll take it. You better block this, man. Okay, you're risking it right now. Let's go 7. That way he has to give us a 3k here. Do you have it? All right. So now we can make our leader a 7 as well. And then we go 9. Sorry, we go 7, 8, 9 here. You gotta block this, man. Okay. All right, so we got a free card. Fair. Remember, you can't block this with law at all. This is why I was telling you he needed to block previously. At least one of those other cards he had to block with law to save him a life, at least. Because now it's too late. Last game. I mean, either way, if he would have blocked, he would have had it, but still. It'd be what it'd be. Let's bring it back to the deck list. Well, all right, ladies and gentlemen, that'll do it for today's video. I do hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know your thoughts and your opinions in the comments below when it comes to Belo Betty, your deck list, any ideas and or changes you would like to see to the list, or you guys have been trying in your own. What are your toughest matchups? All that sort of jazz. In any case, I will be posting an updated list relatively soon. I have another list I'm working on with Belo Betty with some changes to this one here and added new cards as well. For the grand scheme of things here, we will be probably taking out Emporial Tension Hormone at the very least. I don't think this card is as valuable as I want it to be. It does its job, it does really well, but at the end of the day, I feel like I don't get a lot of value out of it. And again, leaving up 3 active Dawn kind of just says, hey, I'm gonna play this. You know what I mean? Like, it's kind of like Radical Beam with Whitebeard or Zoro, but except for it's only 1 Dawn versus the 3. And at the end of the day, it's very telegraphed. But hey, each their own. Either way, we will be diving into another list here soon, and I'm working on a yellow list with Belo Betty that uses up an event which you probably don't consider, which is Soul Focus. But hey, we'll dive into it another time. This has been Pawseplays. Remember to smash the like button, make sure you subscribe for content when it comes to One Piece, and I will catch you guys in the very next video. Stay safe out there.